Here we are. I'm putting the ads up. 6 streamer. Couldn't start out at this time. What's your problem? Alright, there we go. Hello, August. Hello, Paquetto. Paquetto can't stop winning. Can I, like, put this? I can. I can. This month has had a questionable degree of coziness. Listen, I'm doing my best. You gotta give me credit for doing my best. Nidra Zero. Nidra Zero. Thank you, Holy Gordo, for subbing. For 11 months with Howdy Mouster. Howdy Holy. And thank you, Big Pat, for resubbing for 2 months. I love 2-month anniversary. I also love 2-month anniversary, mostly because that's the longest most of my relationships have been. Good afternoon, C8. Last Curry Rice, not so neat. Leargata Vertex. Hey there, Magic. We have going on today, whatever, like the girl version of when Joe is sick and everybody goes, wow, your voice is so low. I'm doing the girl version, so I hope everybody enjoys that. Metal Gear Solid voice, Nidra Zero. Early Gray streamer. Hello, it's me, Platinum Chatter. Welcome, Large Primate. Nice to see you again. When you played games, is it the girl version of Joe playing games? You know what? Sure, why not? Girl Joe. Let's just lean into it. Joe-copia. Let's go. Joe-copia is what we should name Jads. Yeah. Anyway. Imagine Dragons. I spend a lot of time imagining dragons. Have fun playing Pokopia today, Mouse in chat. Nice to see you, Errol. I will definitely have fun. Hey, Saracen. Hey, Inertial Guidance. You like Eastern or Western dragons more? Definitely Eastern dragons. Eastern dragons have the sauce for sure. That's just my opinion. Do you like the dragon in Spirited Away? Yeah, I had a crush on him as a kid. I loved Haku. Holy Pokopia. That's right. Yeah, I think Eastern dragons have more sauce for sure. Who didn't? Presumably someone somewhere. Oh. Hakutua? No. 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 Alright. Ads are done. Yennefer's asleep. Time for some serious Pokopa-ing. Okay. Alright, so here's the deal. Several deals. So I was supposed to do... We've had one stream of Cozy Games in Cozy Month, first of all, which I blame GDC for, frankly. And Joe, even though he didn't do anything. But... I'm mostly better, but it's doing the thing where, like, I don't feel sick except for the cough, which is getting progressively worse. And you can hear it in my voice. So I didn't want to have to do something where I read a lot. And I didn't want to be swapping out emulators. So it's not Sims and Animal Crossing Day. That'll be Thursday. Hopefully I'll be feeling better by then. What we're doing today is Pokopia. I've been playing Pokopia. It is pre-played. We will walk through what I have done so far. Excuse me. I am sneezing and sniffling, so I'm sorry if anybody has problems with that. I'll try to turn away from the microphone like that if I need to blow my nose. I blame Virons, absolute bastards. I know. Yeah, I took Nintendogs and Cooking Mama off the list because I wasn't sure about them anyway. I had that for a month back in January. Hope it goes better for you. Oh, God. Okay. The next thing, the other reason I didn't want to be messing around with emulators today is there's a giant thunderstorm outside that keeps rumbling more and more ominously, and as we all know, my power grid is going its own way. And so if it cuts out, I didn't want to have to like redo progress on an emulator. A Switch will keep going wirelessly without power. Hello, the old merchant. They're calling Pokopia the Factorio for girls. I want to play it so bad. Yeah, well, you can get a preview today. So anyway, that is why we were doing Pokopia. I just wanted to do a comfy game for me when I'm not feeling well and when the stream might go down anyway. So here we are. Does God hate you or something? Yes. During Cozy Month and International Women's Month? I know. So here we are. The other thing to know is that I am playing this on the Elgato for the first time, so we might have some troubleshooting around that. And I am playing it plugged directly into OBS, which means I'm seeing what you're seeing for the very first time in these streams. Can't wait to see Cozy Streamer Hello It's Rats Pokopia slums. You think I have slums? Elgato means the cat in Spanish. That's true. Alright. I would normally do doles on Sunday, but I did them on Friday, and there's no way I'm reading Steamery right now. You would hear me die in real life, so. I'm gonna grab my controller and get this thing started. What is that from? That is from Boko no Natsu Yasumi 2, and the emote is by Tep, who did a fantastic job. Okay, alright. Let's see if it, oh, the final thing is I'm not using the overlay because I'm seeing what you're seeing, so we're gonna have no overlay, but we do have the closest thing I could get to a Ditto, which is Labubu Mouse. So for the Labubu Mouse fans, here we are. As you can see, I'm doing numbers on my new Switch too. Pokopia and Animal Crossing. I'm a light mode gamer. I didn't know that you can turn this into dark mode, so now you know. Oh, dude, a library. Yep. Will it dox my email if we go into virtual game cards? Because I feel like going into virtual game cards could be very educational for everyone. This looks like a system they'd set up for a demo. That's basically what it is, right? Topi will check. You don't think it would? Topi will check. When I come to the stream, I type hell into the address bar and let Google do the rest. I feel like there are places closer to hell than this stream. It'll show your Nintendo username. Aw, shit. Can't do that then. Alright, anyway, we'll do virtual cards. Mouse, once this storm is over, you should go to Giant Eagle and get some limited edition Saris Candies Chocolate Ale. Okay. I'm in one of the many, I'm confident saying this without doxing myself. I am in one of many grocery, like, food deserts in Pittsburgh. Which I'm not happy about. So going to the Giant Eagle requires a long trip for me. Finally seeing some gameplay of this. Excited? Welcome to chat, Faye Astria. Let's get into it. Let's see how the sound is first. How's the sound? Loud? Too loud? Too quiet? Seems fine. Slightly loud? I see slightly loud. It's working. That's good. That's good. Shocked you don't have a Nintendo account just named Mouse. That is what my username is, but that's not what my login name is. Like the eggs behind the couch? That's Execute. That's actually a Pokemon. Maybe you're a little low? That would be new. Okay. Alright. We're gonna go down like one notch. Okay. Right. Oh, the virtual card screen should be safe then? Alright. Mouse. Okay. Here we go. Let's check this out. Atome. 13 Sentinels. Story of Seasons. Atome. Theatrhythm. Picross. Atelier Ryza. Zelda. Octopath Traveler. This I've never played. Cozy game. Cozy game. Cult of the Lamb somehow. Don't remember what this is. Cozy game. Triangle strategy. Pokemon Legends Arceus. Cozy game. Animal Crossing. Toem. Thank you, Haunted Curio, for continuing your sub from a gifted tier 1. Thank you very much. Boyfriend Dungeon. Boo. Bad. Ace Attorney. Zelda. The Longing. An excellent game. Pokemon Snap. Cozy game. Whatever that is. Puzzle game. Monster Hunter Rise somehow. Cozy game. Root Film, proving that I was right and I remembered I did read it. Nausea, which I forgot that I read part of. Cozy Game. Control, cloud version, which didn't work and I gave up. Picross. Sakuna of Rice and Ruin, Cozy Game. Atome. Hades. Ori. We're really back several years now, huh? Final Fantasy, Mario, Cozy Game, Crosscode, VN, Moonlighter, Cozy Game-ish, Pokemon Cafe, Cozy Game, Trials of Mana, Murder by Numbers, boo, bad, Rune Factory 4, Cozy Game, Forager, Cozy Game, Code Realize, Guardian of Rebirth, Atome, Aviary Attorney, Wide Ocean Big Jacket, Coffee Talk, Cozy Game, Doraemon Stories, Cozy Game, Celeste, Fire Emblem 3 Houses. Quite the assortment going back in time here. Deltarune. It's a lot of cozy games is what I'm telling you. I knew I didn't use my Switch that much, but I have like 1/10 of this in games. Yeah, I've got a lot. What'd you think of Octopath 2? I didn't get very far into Octopath 2. I need to play it, quite frankly. I kind of crashed out. Where's Umineko? Not on my Switch. Bury Me My Love is the glaring proof of sin. I don't remember Bury Me My Love. Untitled Goose Game. Okay, anyway, I think that's a funny cross-section of the games I play on console. Yeah, we do got Hulu. Alright. Let's play some Pokopia. So let's talk about the core game loop of Pokopia. So if you are not familiar with Pokopia, it was made by the Dragon Quest Builders 2 team. Dragon Quest Builders 2, I think, is overall a better game, but this has wider appeal. So for me, Dragon Quest Builders 2, better game, but this has wider appeal. Okay, so anyway. The core game loop, I'm gonna find more sparkling ripples and lost relics than usual, and I love that for me. So the core game loop of Pokopia is you come to this place that's like basically a wilderness, and you have to make it into a nice place instead. And when you make it into a nice place instead, the Pokemon come back. This is Came Here to Get Killed by Music. Hey, Dugram69, welcome. So basically, this is a post-apocalyptic story. The humans are all gone. Nobody knows why. We're getting like little hints from stuff that we pick up. It is a strangely melancholic tone for a Pokemon game. And you have to rebuild the place for all the Pokemon. No humans, yay, says August. There's been a real lack of good Pokemon games recently. For them to copy and emulate Dragon Quest Builders 2 is a good move. They don't have anti-homeless benches. We could build anti-homeless benches. So anyway, the way that we get the Pokemon back is to build habitats. For example, this is a flower habitat, right? We're gonna have to move chat. For me, if for no other reason. What is the most homeless Pokemon? It's gotta be Mareep, because Mareep personally requested to live in the bushes by a vending machine. Alright, so here's what happens when a Pokemon spawns in the grass. We come over. Hi Mouse, I'm 3 months behind your streams and Joe's, but caught up, just starting here. Oh, have fun. It's a Charizard. I'm not going to be reading out loud because of my throat, but I will pause on things for people to read it if they want. Hey, Avarisi. Oh, so you hate us? Yeah. Oh, we water gunned the Charizard. That's crazy. Is dialogue per Pokemon unique? Yes. Yeah, all of the Pokemon have unique dialogue. So now that we caught him, we get his details. When this Pokemon expels a blast of super hot fire, the red flame at the tip of his tail burns more intensely. We get which habitats it spawns in, and we get his specialties and likes. So if you see how he has specialties burn and fly, those specialties are used when crafting buildings. To make buildings, you have to do that. Why are the Pokemon talking? That's what this is all about. Welcome, Jelly and Jelly Raiders. I hope Fatal Frame went well. We're playing Pokopia. So at the bottom right-hand side of the screen, covered by the mouse, is just the version of this window, which is the abilities that we have. So we learn these abilities from Pokemon. So we have water gun, which throws water on stuff in the worst pattern possible. Leafage, which raises bushes from the ground. Rock smash, which does what it says. Cut, which cuts up like grass and stuff. Tiller, which tills for gardening. And camouflage, which does this. You know? I talked about Pokemon today so much today for no reason. Awesome. Yeah, so you can do hide and seek and do prop hunt with some of the Pokemon. Not all of them though. Alright, so here we have our Pokédex. We have a list of our habitats, and it's not currently filtered, but when the Pokeball is colored at the top, it means you've caught all of the Pokemon in that habitat. You can say only show me the ones that haven't done that. And within each habitat, there's a list of Pokemon that can spawn in it. So we have gotten 2 of the 3 Pokemon from this habitat. Let me know if you get a Volcarona. I do not think I have a Volcarona. So, there are 3 ways to build houses for Pokemon. The first one is to build a really big house, which has like an instance inside and looks like this. I have not decorated this house at all. I will do decorating at a later date. So this has like a 2-story house that I just threw beds into for the Pokemon, essentially. Are you Pokemoss Pokemore and this is your Pokopia? I was saying that we should name Jad's Jokopia. Michael. Yeah. Your Ditto is so cute. Thank you. She's got a little sailor outfit. They do not pay rent, but they do perform chores for you, which I have beef with. And they have little conversations with each other. Did you ever play the Pokemon Ranger games? I loved those. I did not. Maybe I should. Alright, so you can do that. You can, are there any gay Pokemon? Probably. Like, it's up to them individually. Here is a Poke Slum that I need to rebuild. Or you can put down houses that come in like kits, and they make like little. Here's a guy in bed. Sorry, man. Or you can just build houses from. You could just build houses from the ground up. I only put people in that building literally yesterday, Toby. Get off my back. I did wake him up. Yeah, I did wake him up. Or you can build a house from scratch. So I built this house from scratch. It's kind of like long and narrow, but that's okay. It's where I put stuff. And that's all right. Finally, we have the Poke Center. And this is where they put like special events. So right now you can trade cotton spores into this little guy for each of these things, which I haven't done yet. Are there any new Pokemon who you hadn't seen before but you like? I don't feel strongly about the Pokemon designs, I have to say. They do the exact same this house is dilapidated out a few blocks to finish this thing in Dragon Quest Builders 2. They sure do, buddy. They sure do, buddy. I just realized that Kate will appear over the chat. Hold on, I'm gonna put Kate under the chat. Okay. Oh, he is under the chat. Okay, we're fine. We're fine. All right. That's true. Yeah, that's true. I bought Dragon Quest Builders 2 on your recommendation in the Steam sale. Nice, nice, nice. Are you feeling not lazy enough to elaborate on the 50 reasons this game is a success, or are you going to tell me to die again? Yeah, I definitely told you to die. Okay, so the reason that I think this game is a success is that you hit on part of it, which is that it's borrowing from a bunch of really successful games, such as Dragon Quest Builders 2, Animal Crossing, obviously. This menu is literally Animal Crossing, by the way, as well as Minecraft. I forgot I had that on. But what they do by doing that is get rid of some of the problems with all of those games. Like for Animal Crossing, for example, an obvious example of the problem with that games is that you have a limited, it's not a problem necessarily, but you have a limited number of things you can do every day. So in this, if you build something, like if you build a pre-built house, it is day gated, it's time gated. Crafting stuff is time gated. But you have so much other shit to do that it actually doesn't matter. Like, you can play this for 8 hours in a day in a way that you can't Animal Crossing. In terms of Dragon Quest Builders 2, I think that this has like slightly more alive areas, and the areas like connect with each other better. You can move Pokemon in between the areas, and it has a more compelling kind of like main story through line, I think. In terms of Minecraft, it just borrows from those two games and makes it feel more alive and populated in a way that Minecraft games don't. The second thing that means is that you can play this game at different paces and different depths, which they execute on really well. So like how I just showed you the 3 different kinds of houses, like if you're a decorator guy, you want to get this house and then just spend hours decorating in it, which is what a bunch of the YouTube footage is, right? If you are a craft things from scratch guy, you can come over here and like build your whole house exactly the way you want it. And if you are a just let me throw down a kit and collect stuff guy, you can do those over there, or you can make like the real Poke Slums that are like a 3x3 box, right? This is more game analysis than I get on Joe's streams. Yeah, I'm sorry. The problem with Animal Crossing is players are encouraged to date skip to play the game unless it's open world. Yeah, exactly. In this one, like I date skipped a couple of times and I was like, it's not worth it. It actually cheapens the experience in a way that it doesn't really in Animal Crossing anymore. And so the other so basically, you can play this game at the pace you want and at the depth with all of its systems that you want. So this game has a really wide appeal because you have to use all the systems, but only nominally. But if you want to go deeply into the systems, you don't have to. You can. You have that option. Same for like collecting Pokemon and habitats, for example. You can just collect like 5 Pokemon per area and then move on. But if you're a sicko like me and you want to get every single Pokemon in that area, there's a lot to be done for like, okay, I want to build this habitat and this habitat and this habitat, you know what I mean? And the same for like restoring the areas. Like you don't have to like pour water onto every place that withered grass is, but you can if you want. The same for like collecting stuff that you dig up, this kind of thing, right? And so I just think they did such a good job on executing on that balance of so many things to do, but you don't have to do anything more than you want to. I have a friend who refuses to play this because they think Ditto is ugly. That's evil. Yeah, some Pokemon do like dry grass, so you have to put them somewhere not human. Thank you, Dev152, Devon chat, for subbing for 9 months. With Animal Crossing New Horizons has given me permanent PTSD. The crafting has given permanent PTSD. It's the slowest and worst crafting in any game ever. Yeah, Animal Crossing New Horizons had a lot of problems. I think for me the worst problem with it, I also didn't like the crafting. The worst, it had so many quality of life issues. Like if you wanted to buy a number of something from someone, you couldn't. And something as simple as that is crazy to me. And also the network issues were like the worst thing I've ever seen. It's crazy. It's crazy. What's the vibe on the pro tag? Does she have a preset personality? Not much of one. You get like little choices when you talk to people, but she's pretty like easygoing, I would say. So when I say that you can transition between areas in Pokopia really easily, let me show you what I mean. And that every area has like a distinct flavor to it that makes you want to like stay there and linger. Yeah, it had a lot of unnecessary roadblocks and inconveniences. I would agree with that. We're going to the beach. I think the Animal Crossing team is just like that because they managed to make Splatoon into an awesome franchise but forced you to play certain game modes on their schedule. Yeah, that sucks. So I have done 3 areas. I got the kind of like the first 2 areas to a really good place, and then I just started on the 3rd area. So we'll go to the 3rd area when I'm done yapping about what I've done so far. So that was the starter area, and then we come into the next area, which is the beach. Yippee! So I'm in the process of rebuilding the houses on this row. It was a stroke of genius to make you play as Ditto. I really like it. I really like it. Oh, we have a Pokemon in the trash. I didn't see what that was, so I can't tell you if it was bad. Sorry. That's a big trash. They're just like Howyu. Oh, yeah, sorry. Pokemon eats trash, which turns poison inside its body. The main component of the poison depends on what kind of trash was eaten. Awesome. Awesome. So we have 2 more Pokemon to get from this. This is how Mousecord sees me when I talk about Reina being my favorite character ever. Yeah. We got the beach Pokemon Center. My only complaint with this game is it seems like the best build ability is locked behind credits, and I'm enjoying it so much I don't want to finish the game. Oh shit, I didn't know that. Yippee! So Professor Tangrowth is kind of like our main quest deliverer. So what I also really like about the story in this game is that it's delivered and kind of, the main quest is kind of like, boy, I wonder where all the humans went. It doesn't go that deep, but you get to the main story, and like the story of what's going on by collecting little stuff. So you get human records. So you get stuff like magazines, you get like the professor's diary about weather disturbances having a bad effect on Pokemon. You get like letters and like reports, this kind of thing, even photos of people's Pokemon. The fact that this game just casually drops a post-apocalyptic setting on you is not what I was expecting. Yeah, it's really funny. I was like quite entertained by that. We also have Team Rocket in this setting. It's pretty fun. So I really like this way of delivering the story. There's like a hacker who infiltrates the networks of huge corporations, steals their secrets. He donates all the money he doesn't use to Pokemon conservation groups. He's finding data about weather patterns, and they gathered a natural disaster struck the region, huge hurricanes. So you start to get the story that like basically there were natural disasters all across this world, and the humans are trying to conserve the Pokemon and deal with that. So oh, big boy. Thank you, RazzleBasil13 for subbing for 3 months. Glad I can catch the stream. Pokopia looks so Pokemon. What is your favorite Pokemon? My favorite Pokemon is Dragonair. I just think it looks cool. Why didn't they breed a bunch of ice Pokemon to cool the planet? Are they stupid? I know, right? Do you think a God-type Pokemon caused it, or is it a natural disaster? You can never tell. I didn't even think it would be, I didn't think of it being a Pokemon. That's crazy. I think humans caused it. It's a fantastic choice. Thank you, Merrick. That means a lot. Sorry I didn't say Gardevoir. So in this area, the theme, as you can see, was we had to string all the power lights together. Like, we had to power the whole area with electricity. I wasn't catching a stray. I was, you know. I made a fountain. Here, see, Mary, so excited to live in the grass. So now I will show you what you have to do in order to unlock stuff, because it is diabolical. You saw me unlock a recipe because I updated my Pokédex there. Pokemon's all about catching stray animals, so I let it slide. Oh, +2. How's your comfort level? My comfort level is alright. So you did see the option to ask Mareep about their comfort level. So what we have in here is an environment level. And we can see my environment level is 5. We can see what all of these Pokemon are feeling like. As you can see, Mareep is very happy living in the bush next to the vending machine. So basically you raise the environment level by running around and asking Pokemon what they need, and then giving it to them. So then we fill out our challenges, and then environment controls what you get in the shop. So I am hustling for environmental level 6 here because I want to get the brick border set to finish the roads in the first area. I like Ampharos, and I like the whole evolutionary line, Seraph, is what I think. If it weren't for ticks, I'd be pretty happy living in a bush next to a vending machine. What about rain, Boulder? So I'm gonna run around and ask the Pokemon what they need here until we get to 6, which should be pretty fast. This guy wants relaxation. He wants like a bed. So we can go into crafting. That was a stool. That wasn't a bed. Let's fail RP. Okay. Alright, we'll make him a bed. We have a bed. We put the bed next to the trash. And he's very happy about it. He's very happy about it. I got that thing you wanted. It's that easy. Alright, next up. Lapras. He wants sour food, which I don't think I have right now. Everything about this game's design is so dangerous to me. I know, right? Alright, let's see about Torchic. Torchic, okay, so one thing that I don't like about this game is that you don't have machines to make bricks. The Pokemon do it. You have a Pokemon labor force, okay? How's your comfort level? They want a bed. Okay. Wants a bed. Actually, did we get to make a perch? We got a perch recipe. We did get a perch recipe. It's Power World knockoff? That's brave. That's a brave thing to ask. So we know that Torchic's habitat is here. If I press the right button, the right stick, I can see that this is the bounds of what will count. So if I put this down here, Torchic now has relaxation. Okay, hopefully he notices when he's done with the thing. Okay. Do you give Torchic sick days and benefits? Yes, absolutely. They want they want it to be brighter there, so we're gonna go over here. Let's do it. Let's do it up. Let's get them what do we need for this? Iron ore. Oh shit. Did I take it all to the next area? I might have. Oh shit. Alright. That's gonna be a problem for us. Alright. Will this guy do what Trubbish does? Surely, right? Thank you, Andres114, for subbing for 5 months with thank you mouse. Thank you. Yeah, make me iron ore out of that garbage. I do not like that you use Pokemon as a labor force. And the crazy thing is that you do get a furnace later on that you can burn stuff in, and you still have to get a Pokemon to blow fire at it the whole time. This is upsetting to me. Let's say. Alright, this guy just wants some food. The environment level increased. We did it. We did it. Pokemon developers will imagine all of humanity disappearing, then the end of manual labor. I know, right? I know. Do they at least get hats that indicate when they're on the job and they take off those hats to show their rest? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I know the outfit poll has already come and gone, but can you get a shirt that says my body is a machine that turns places into homes? If you make it, I'll use it. How about that? All right. The challenges just give us gold, at least these ones. So now we get a bunch of recipes, and we buy them all. And that's the game loop, folks. Poke metal, yep. Light switches. Carpets. And finally, the brick border recipe set, which is what we've all been waiting for, frankly. I am going to go over here and get more bricks. Sorry, Torchic. I'll give you tomorrow off. Alright. I would like to show you an area. Oh, what did Falzar ask? Falzar said, do you think the reason they made you play as Ditto? Because otherwise it would be a human putting to work a bunch of animals. I mean, the story of the game is that there are no humans left here. I think it's like a convenient excuse for like cute diegetic character customization. Because like the Ditto is becoming what the human trainer was like. Are those power lines powered by a Pikachu left in a basement or something? No, you have that. Funny you should ask. But no, there's windmills and water wheels as well as a coal burning furnace basically. But you do have to bring this area back to life by getting a very cute Pikachu his electricity back. And the Pokemon interact in cute ways, like Farfetch'd was chasing Voltorb around. You know, yeah, the Omelas Pikachu. I also need to rebuild this house. I just got the stuff to rebuild this, actually. So I'll come back here and do it. You can turn into other Pokemon selectively. So yeah, that is the SSN. I was gonna come over here and show it to you, Boulder, as an example of like how I really like how they did the post-apocalyptic thing. This is Vermilion City then. Yeah, so in the documentation, they talk about this being the cities, right? And the next area I'm gonna show you is, also really recognizable for multiple reasons. So I can turn into Lapras to swim. How long ago was the apocalypse? I do not know. So cute. So I cleared all of the sand out of here, but this is like a destroyed SSN, which I think is really cute. I think this is really fun. How hard is it to replace old and temp walls and with furniture and stuff? It's not hard to do, but it is hard to get the recipes. So I would like to come in here and rebuild the SSN, but I don't have all of the recipes yet. So there was like one Pokemon living on here, and now he just sells stuff here. I think this relic of an extinct humanity is pretty cute. I do. I do. Mouse looking at the Titanic. This is pretty cute, pretty fun. All right, okay. I'm sorry. Cut. Sarah thinks this cute. Thank you. Thank you. Excuse me. All right. Now. From what I've seen around, it looks like the second best Pokemon game ever made. First one is Mystery Dungeon. Yeah. So yeah, that's called Bleak Beach, and this is Withered Wasteland. Sorry. It's really rough over here, y'all. Bleak Stranding. Yep. The Titanic is cute. We said a whole ass romance movie there. That's a good point, George Washing Machine. All right. So the next area I will show you, I'm just giving everybody, I'm like, so this is my Pokopia island. Like here's the cities. I'm a Bleak Beach fan, but I've yet to see the final area. I do like the beach, yeah. Okay, so the next thing I will show you, I have not started on at all because I just unlocked it and I don't know, I need to plan it out before I do anything. But this is cycling road. Like explicitly it's called that. Immediate influencer cadence, yeah. So we're going to Pallet Town and it's just like this is basically like the open building area. But like I really want to like watch some videos and see what other people have done with it, and map it out and get like exactly what I want to do here. So like unique Pokemon can spawn here that can't spawn anywhere else. And you get like these really big temple blueprints that take like 25 Pokemon to build. So it's pretty fun. It's pretty fun. Oh, there's oh, look at that little guy. Look at his cheeks. So yeah, all of the Pokemon have specialized dialogue, and some of them will have specialized dialogue with each other. Like some of the Pokemon will hang out and play games with each other, which I think is really nice. Are we gonna see Professor Oak's skeleton? Presumably he died in space. Oh shit, there's lots of Pokemon spawning. Which Pokemon do you ship? What do you mean? Elaborate? Okay. Crush. So, remember I said that they feed you little, like pieces of information in here? We get like, let me see where it would be. Today there was a gathering attended by Pokemon professors from every region. We had a surprising announcement in store. Increasingly intense weather abnormalities and the calamities striking each region as a result show no sign of slowing down. At this rate, predictions suggest that we will no longer be able to obtain enough food and energy to continue living on this planet. And we learned a plan was secretly in motion to evacuate all of humanity into space. It also seemed that with a few exceptions, it will not be possible to bring Pokemon with us. Of course, some immediately raised their voices in protest, which is when we heard about the Pokemon Conservation Project. So it's Wally, but Pokemon. Okay? Get off my back. Machop. So what I really want to do is build one of the big ocean houses here as like my home here. I might have enough Pokemon to do it now. So let's see. Don't panic, we can terraform. That's right. So I'm gonna go into the shop and pull out the sand house kit. A ginormous house where everyone can live together. Why fix planet when we can go to Mars? Free real estate? So true. Alright. How big is this thing? Not that big. I think we could have it like here when you first come in, right? That would be okay. I feel like Pokemon would be the easiest thing to take with you. They literally fit in your pocket. I wonder what the ins and outs of PC storage are. Like, could you store all of the Pokemon on a ship? Genuine question, if I haven't played either, should I play this or Dragon Quest Builders 2? I think it depends on what you like and like your profile. Your cozy gamer profile. Are you more of an Animal Crossing, like customizing a little town, like build it, like having daily tasks, like cute little guys hanging out kind of person? Because then you should do this one. If you are more like I want to rebuild everything and like make the town like fixed again and like create terraforming and that kind of thing, I would play Dragon Quest Builders 2. You store people in computers? I don't know. Alright. Let me see what I need for this thing. Oh, we need a lot of bricks. You know we're going for that. We need seashells, beach sand, stones, and bricks. And we do not yet have enough Pokemon here for it. Okay, alright, that's okay. Actually, what the fuck was that last... This is more character driven, right? I don't know if this is, I would say this is character driven. I would say it is a, if you, it is, being around cute little guys is really important. What is that? Is that recycle? That's recycle. And then generate. The Labubu mouse is in my way too. Now I'm empathizing with chat. Okay. So we need someone with recycle. Okay. So we need to bring recycle and generate Pokemon from the beach. And then we need stones, bricks, beach sand, and seashells. Okay, got it. Understood. Do not remove the Labubu mouse. I won't. What comes first? Me getting a shiny Mewtwo and Leaf Green, or you having enough bricks? Probably the bricks thing, because I can put 2 Pokemon on doing it. So this is where I cleaned out. This is for the freezing chambers with a temple. And it requires shit that I don't know where it comes from. So, like, I don't know where I get ice. And it requires 15 Pokemon to craft it. So that's a long-term goal. Adorable artwork. Thank you. Yeah, thank you. All of my, most of my stream art is done by Animated Huey, who is very talented. Alright. We have a problem, which is that I don't yet have a way to teleport here, which means I need to make myself like a shack here. I need, like, the world's smallest house. So I'm gonna make myself a leaf den. I had 2 of them already. What was I cooking? Okay, alright, anyway. Where's the double wide trailer of this world? I don't know. I haven't built one yet. Okay, alright. So I just need leaves and leaves. Okay, we get Machop and whatever. Magby? Magby. I don't know if that would be big enough for Shack. Okay, alright, +2. Not stuffing yourself into a 3x3 box. Fancy. I don't like doing boxes. Okay, that's gonna be done in 15 minutes. Pro cozy stream, con Labubu jump scare. I mean, the Labubu and the Ditto I think are spiritually similar. Was my thought. Magby in boxes. That's right. Okay. So while they're working on that, so you can already see what's happening with me, which is that I have a task list in my head. This is gonna go on for 15 minutes, and I'm going, what will happen in those 15 minutes? Do you see the trap of Pokopia? You see what I mean? Is Dragon Quest Builders this checkboxy when it comes to the gameplay loop? Dragon Quest Builders is more checkboxy. Dragon Quest Builders, in fact, has a list of checkboxes. They have an open area like this, and you have to check all of the boxes. It is Producer Brain, yeah. You have to check all of the boxes in the area. It being on the PC is very dangerous for me then? Yep, I would say so. Yeah, if you're a checkbox gamer. Pokemon Coliseum would be rad in this art style. You're so right, yeah. There are other... Maybe I'll just go explore it. Thank you, Rainbow Road DUI, for subbing for 7 months. Okay, now I understand why everyone is drawing the freaky Ditto guy. She's cute. She's cute. Why don't we go exploring? Why don't we do a little bit of exploring as a treat? Can we use free labor to build an oversized manor, fill it to the brim with the fruit of exploitation, and deny entrance to any other Pokemon? Or did we take advantage of humans being gone to abolish private property? Sorry, that's a common question. I will note that the only use of money in this game is buying things from the PC. Money only comes from the PC and goes back into the PC. The Pokemon with a cash register just trade things. So we are living in a barter economy without currency. The fact they were allowed to do post-apocalyptic Kanto is crazy to me. Yeah, they would. I can't imagine them ever doing this in the mainline series, which is sad. Dragon Quest Builders 2 is on the Steam sale. I love that his arms just flop bonelessly when not in use. Yeah, he's kind of Naruto running because they just flop. That's a good point. Alright, we're gonna collect some ore. This is useful to us in the next area. Man, being a Minecraft streamer would be so easy. Oh man. Just log on and play Minecraft. Can you imagine? Jesus. Consistently ashamed how mainline Pokemon games are the least interesting. I know. I haven't played them. Like, I buy the Pokemon mainline games usually, and then I just don't play them. I don't know why I bother at this point. Many VTubers are saying and living this. Yeah, unfortunately I can't stream Minecraft for undisclosed reasons. You don't have enough personal drama to be a Minecraft streamer? I don't reveal enough personal drama to be a Minecraft streamer. Let's be clear. If having personal drama was a requirement of the job, I could fulfill it. I think it's based on alternate reality because Pallet Town with no E is called Pallet Town with an E here. Ooh. Do you think they call it Pallet Town because you get to like shape it whatever way you like? Like a painter? Ukulele streamer, yeah. I watch very different Minecraft streamers than you guys. It's Cozy Vibes and Big Projects. Yeah, I think there's two kinds of Minecraft streamers. You don't message enough miners? Oh, no. For every one DM leak, you get to stream Minecraft one time? Okay, I'll take that up with my lawyers. The female streamer debuff hits very hard in those parts. Is it the female streamer debuff or is it like a crowded market? Many people are asking this. I think it's called Pallet as a reference. It's not supposed to be the actual town. You can rename it. That's true. You can rename it. That's a really good point. Is there just copper in here or are there some cheeky things for me to discover? Hasn't the Minecraft market always been saturated and it seems like it's only grown over the years? That's true. I think a lot of that is the rise of multiplayer streams and also modded Minecraft, if I had to guess. But that's just a shot in the dark because I don't pay attention to that community. Copper demands get insane when you get to purple science. Purple science. I'll be leaving for now. Hope you get better and coughing March ends soon. Nice to see you, Kofi Kun Leche. Thanks for dropping by. I also hope it ends soon. It's not the worst. I sound a little bit like Lauren Bacall or something, you know? I personally think I spent 100 hours as Labubu Mouse in Minecraft could be a good career pivot / soul removal. If I ever quit my day job, full-time Minecraft streaming. We could have Minecraft streaming during the week and then like a variety streamer on the weekend. So Weekend Mouse could fulfill all of her horrible desires. And then don't clip that. Don't. Have we considered 100-hour Labubu Vintage Story career? I cannot get into Vintage Story. It requires so like there's a Minecraft mod that is like a version of, it's not a version of it, but it's similar called Sevtech Ages, and I really like it. Like it requires the same like initial setup and kind of like startup costs of like getting like having to like think about how you're engaging with the world and like start from very little. But I like the progression system in that. I do not like that one. I don't know why. I couldn't get it. It was too much. It was too much for me. Vintage Story is Terra Firma Craft, is TBC and Sevtech. I don't know. That when I say that it was like that, it's like spiritually similar in emotional experience. I'm not making any statement about whether it was actually made by the same person. I'm saying it had a similar goal in the start of it. I had to play Vintage Story with friends who could help figure the shit out. Oh yeah, that makes sense. Septic Ages is conceptually great. Unfortunately, Abyssal Craft. I do not like Abyssal Craft. That's a good point, yeah. Not a fan of Abyssal Craft. Oh, shit. Here's another, Altar of Flame. Oh, shit. I guess we'll put down one of these in each area? That seems right. These things are fucking huge. Where are even the edges of it? What? Where are the edges of the Altar of Flame? You shouldn't have more building projects. Okay, well, fuck me then. Alright, whatever. See you later, Falzar. I have to go to work now. I hope you have fun, and if you see my favorite Pokemon Lantern, I hope you pog at it. I will do that for you. Thank you. Who the fuck are you to tell you how much you can multitask? I know. Evil. Evil. Very uncozy. I never liked Sevtech. Didn't know why it's in the Dungeons and Dragons and Space Shuttles box to me. I don't know. I like Sevtech. It's like a cozy start. I usually get mad at the Abyssal Craft section though. Boulder is right. I'm like a feed the beast girly at heart at the end of the day. You didn't like the okay, I really enjoyed the totem crafting mod. I thought it was very charming. I liked doing the totem crafting. What we got over here? There's like a beach area. So have you heard of Greg Tech? I do not like Greg Tech. I am not a Greg Tech person. I don't think it's bad. I am just not that kind of gamer. I am not an engineer in any capacity. And I think Greg Tech is for engineers. Do you use claw grip? No. Not a Gregory technician, no. Alas. Tinker's Construct and Tetra have done irreparable damage to my time in person. I do love Tinker's Construct, yeah. Tinker's Construct is a fun one. Alright. Let's see how this project's coming on. We got 5 minutes left on it. Gregory Technical does put the code into STEM coded. It's so very much an engineer game. My brain and engineer brains are different, which is why whenever I did a mouse chord 20-minute limited opportunity to do a quiz to see how similar you are to me. I think Boulder was the only one to get anti-mouse. It was really funny, actually. Oh, the little dog. Rare Pokemon. I would have gotten anti-mouse. I don't think you'd get anti-mouse. I disagree with that assessment. Anti-mouse. That's what I am an ant in real life. That's true. Oh, I don't want to shop. I want to craft something. I wish this game had the inventory system you get in the main island of Dragon Quest Builders 2. I don't know why they made the source. Yeah, I agree with you. I don't know why they made this inventory system this way. I would have gotten mouse, then retaken it to figure out the wrong answers to get anti. I feel like there's a good chance you would have gotten anti. The STEM degree holders are the most oppressed class in mouse cord. I literally have a STEM master's degree. I made a channel for you people. What do you mean? Hooli and Boulder's brains work very similarly too. I don't know. Hooli, you've got some of the like you did some writing help on the game that we're working on, and you have some of the humanities sauce in there, definitely. Yeah, like 90% of people who took the quiz got mouse adjacent, which is probably not surprising in a server about watching my streams. I don't think there are any surprises in that. I've created the perfect echo chamber, and it just keeps. Do you know we're almost up to 800 people in Mousecord? That's crazy, actually. So we don't have any more Pokemon popping right now, probably for two reasons, which is that we have a lot that are here already and they need to go into houses, and also that all of the habitats are occupied at the minute. And we don't really have a lot to make more. I don't really want to be doing Pallet Town on stream in too much detail, except getting this house built. Every white guy in a hat has told me opposites attract, so that can't be true. I don't know about all that. Boulder has a half humanities degree. I'm sorry, Boulder. I'm sorry. Have there been uncomfortably sexy Pokemon yet? That's the sound of me putting my controller down. I'm gonna share something with you. I'm gonna share something with you all. The other day, in a voice call, which some people here may or may not have been present for, I went on the Pokemon Smasher Pass website, okay? It goes through 1,025 Pokemon, and I promised with my whole heart, if there were any Pokemon I would vote Smash on, I would vote it. I was not holding back. I was not like withholding any information. I streamed it and I said, I will do that. Let me tell you what happened. 1,025 passes. 1,025 passes. There is not one Pokemon in the entire franchise that I find attractive in any way whatsoever. Okay? Not a single one. That's it. I did it with my whole heart. I was being completely sincere. Thank you, Large Primate, for cheering 100 bits for that. You weren't there? That's messed up. I'm sorry, August. The anti-August. So, my answer to you is no. A definitive, complete an answer as I can give. No. Okay? No. Alright. We need beach sand, bricks, stone, and seashells. And electricity and recycle. I wonder what my result would be. You're welcome to go do it, Pichetto. Yeah, maybe next gen. Yeah, this time for sure. Uh-oh. Why did it lag? Why is the okay, alright. We're fine. El Gato, don't prove Godot right. Alright, here we go. We're gonna go to the beach. It's because none of them are tall blondes or whatever. I haven't been paying attention to remember what the type is. Let me tell you, Boulder, it's because none of them are human. That's what it breaks down to. We had a couple of close calls with the plant women, but at the end of the day, they're not human. I'm not attracted to people that are not human. That's it. That's all. Mr. Mime was not the close call. It was the plant women, okay? Like Roselia or whatever the fuck. Mouse, have you considered running the experiment again, but turning on DLSS5? Don't make me laugh. Jesus Christ. Fuck you. Okay. All right. Okay. Sorry about that. It's okay. No, Mouse, you're not allowed to find things funny. Stop. It's not healthy. I know. I know. Alright. Yo, where's that trash at? Was the website random Pokemon picker or Pokes? I don't remember. Someone linked me to it. This is great. Our two separate goals of making streamer laugh and making streamer feel pain are now united. You're so right. Something for everybody on this stream. Poor Torchic made bricks until they collapsed. Alright, Torchic, I need you to lock in. I need like 8 more, okay? I'm sorry, I'm so easily killed right now. Alright. Oh, Jesus. Alright, sorry about that. Alright. Let's look at our Pokédex. Hey, we're doing pretty well filling this thing. Look at this thing. We're doing numbers on these. Okay. Alright. I need electricity. Electricity. What's it called? Blind streamer. Generate. Okay, thank you. You found legendaries? I did. Legendaries are help to progress the quest line. Okay, we'll do it. Generate Pokemon, any of them. Do they evolve or are there 3 distinct Torchic line characters? There are 3 distinct Torchic line characters. Hey, Pokemon. Hey, Pokemon. Where are you? Pokemon. Hello, Pokemon. None of those Pokemon here are on the list. Okay. What do you have to say for yourself? Wow. Building the Pokemon Center gave Makuhita a sense of pride and accomplishment. I'm so happy for him. Alright. The sad Pikachu did show up. Yeah, we finished this area's questline. Oh, I see electricity. You said pass to Eternatus? Eternatus? Yes, I said pass to Eternatus. Look at that thing. What the fuck are you talking about? That is a skeletal dragon. What do you mean I said it? Are you surprised by this? Gotta run real fast. There was a Danganronpa joke in this area, by the way. In case anybody was wondering. I forgot to screenshot it. You're feigning surprise. Oh, okay. Thanks for the pieces of fluff out of your pocket. Alright, here we go. We're going to Pallet Town, and we're taking the boys with me. Eternatus looks like one of those house centipedes you find at 3 a.m. in your bathroom. Oh, they do, and I hate those things. But you're not supposed to kill them because they kill the worst bugs. But then I see them, and every time I scream at the top of my lungs. And I live alone, and no one hears it, and then I feel depressed. Why is there a blonde Diglett? I don't know. There are no worse bugs. The worst bugs. Alright. That's not a cozy tangent at all. That's true, and I'm sorry for that. Alright. Lock in. I forgot to get the stuff. God damn it. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Not mashing A on the Ditto load screen. I didn't know you could mash A. I can only remember 2 Pokemon to bring over at a time, which is a real skill issue for me. Did you know that this game implicitly encourages you to build Poke Slums? Because if you try to build a house that is more than 10 by 10, it will not recognize it as a single space. It's true. It's true. A 10 by 10 space for 4 Pokemon. Yeah. So we need Eevee, Geodude, the Squirrel, and Magby. You can only do Poke Condos, that's right. What if you build a loft? I don't know if I build a loft. I hope the Cramorant does a thing where it puts a Pikachu in its mouth and spits it out. It did try to eat me when I met it. Alright, Geodude, you're the last member of our merry crew. Where are you? Geodude. There he is. Legendary Pokemon Gerrymander enforcing domicile borders. That's a +2 for me. Alright, we need stone, brick, beach sand, seashell. Didn't I have more bricks? Oh. Okay. We need beach sand and seashell. And stone. Alright, back again we go. And we'll mash A this time. Do the Pokemon ever leave or die? If the number just keeps growing, housing will look like that. No. The Pokemon do not ever leave or die. However, I want to build nice houses for them. I don't know if they reproduce. Oh hey, just the man I wanted to see. So, something that does make this a cozy game. Yeah, there's one of each Pokemon. So, something that does make this a cozy game, if I give this little guy 1 piece of clay, he makes it into 2 bricks. You'd never get those numbers in other games. You'd get 5 pieces of clay, 1 brick. It's hard out there. It's difficult out there. We need some seashells. And some rocks. And some sand. They do sell them by the seashore, yeah. I was wondering about whether there's a sustainable source of seashells, actually. I wonder if they spawn. Wow, thank you so much. I'll treasure them forever. Dream Islands. Oh yeah, Dream Islands. Yeah, we should do a Dream Island. Greg Tech mod for Pokopia, where you need to assemble molds out of planks and nails, crafted through a 7-step process to mold the clay into the base brick shape. That's the kind of shit I'm talking about. Why are you sleeping there when I put a perch down? Does it not have wings? It doesn't have wings. Okay. Alright. Okay. Okay. Alright. Porchek not considered a flying Pokemon, even though it takes a birdhouse to summon it. Whatever. You get a stool. Okay? Alright. They really just made this instead of Animal Crossing? I hope not. Oop. Of course it doesn't have wings, it's a Torchic. My bad. Okay, my bad. I'm sorry, chat. My bad, sorry. Sorry, my bad. You know, let me just... Interesting. Okay. Yeah, let's look at how many Pokemon there are, including the ones I don't know. So this is crazy. There's so many Pokemon in this game. Does the knowledge it doesn't have wings affect your smash or pass verdict? It looks like 2 years old. Even if it were human, that's like a 2-year-old. Even if it had wings, that's like a 2-year-old. I don't really want to put a 2-year-old on my smash or pass list. Okay? It's literally still egg-shaped. Oh shit. Huge. We did have the idea that we should do Pokemon Smash or Pass, except the ones that you would eat or not. If we did Pokemon eat or whatever, it would be more than 0 for me. Yes, Scran or Scrant, exactly. Why would you do that? Because I'm just fucked up and twisted like that. Dine or Dash? Ooh, I like that. Scranamon. I think I would want to eat at least like 300 of the 1,000 Pokemon. That's what I'm saying, like, there's a lot of opportunity in this space. Not any of these ones. Oh, I didn't mean to pick up his bed, sorry, my bad. How much for Fate Smash or Pass? $25,000 at the charity stream. I would not eat Geodude, bad for my teeth. I would agree with not eating Geodude, yeah. But I mean, like, come on, lamb chops? Like, you know what I'm saying? Now the Farfetch'd comes with its own leek to cook it with. Look, that's a whole meal right there. I'm just saying. Sickening. Okay. Oh, we got a cool thing. Nice. Yeah, Farfetch is straight up Peking duck. Yeah, yeah. As a bird, you disgust me. I would also eat goose. Do you think if you crack an electrode open, it's got rock candy inside? No, I don't think that. I'm in the Rocky Ridges, and why is a hamburger made out of beans? They're not gonna have you eat meat. What about Slowpoke tails, like the Contraband in Gen 2? Oh, hell yeah. Oh, hell yeah. I forgot about that. Yeah, it is. I remember learning that it's an idiom because the same idiom was used in one of the many visual novels that we read. I think it was Umineko, and I told Joe about it. We need like one more brick. Do you think eating Ho-Oh would cure cancer? Oh man, can you imagine like a giant cookout? Like a beach cookout with a giant roasting spit and just big, huge bird? Oh man, that would go crazy. Slander ready. Okay, fair enough. I'm sorry, August. I'll stop. For you only. It provides its own heat. It cooks itself. I need to take the cozy tag off again. This is why I can never actually be a cozy streamer. and just entrap people by making the streams look extremely cozy and playing cozy games, because this is my fault. It's not the viewers' fault. It's my fault. It's not Chad, it's me. I think the eating Pokemon convo has an entire stream worth of content. There could be an isolated society that doesn't know that eating Pokemon is bad. That's true. That's true. Streaming the coziest game ever, and we're already talking about cooking and eating the cute inhabitants. Now listen, we're in post-apocalyptic land, okay? Cannibalism is not out of the question for these kinds of settings, all right? So we're just working within the genre, okay? I would eat Magikarp the same way Magikarp eats Magikarp. I would not eat Magikarp because I do not like the taste of carp, generally speaking. Is this cannibalism? They're different species. No, I don't think this is cannibalism, but I do think that that I'm just saying that, like, the question of eating things that would otherwise be taboo is common in this kind of setting, right? Now we do have beans and tomatoes. It's a Growlithe, eat Growlithe world. Someone on Reddit did a list of how edible all the Kanto Pokemon are. Oh, hell yeah. That's what I like to see. Execute omelet? Yeah, that's what I was thinking. If you made an omelet out of one egg of the execute, the rest would just survive, right? Would they have a new name? Because the lore of the execute is that they just decided to hang out together because they like each other or whatever. It's not like one mind. I think they would have a blood grudge. Well, that's probably true. Yeah. And they are psychic. They would hunt me down. That's probably... Okay, I fucking love... You know what is the cutest Pokemon in this game? Is washed out Pikachu. I love this little freak so much. I would die for Pikachu. Or an execute a plant, not an egg? I don't know, actually. I mean, Executor is a plant, but... They printed that Pikachu on the wrong side of the Epson paper. I know. Oh, let's get him to, Oh, she goes Desua in Japanese. Oh. Alright, we'll collect more bricks. Thank you, Growlithe. 8 bricks for us. And then Pikachu wants our attention. We need to deliver that immediately. Finally, something useful. Alright. Can you make it brighter? No electricity. Okay, alright. Okay. So if execute is sitting on a wall, no. 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 Is this game worth the Switch 2? I would say that this game on its own is not worth the Switch 2, but the reason that I ended up pulling the trigger on getting a Switch 2 is, first of all, one of my workmates also was thinking about a Switch 2, so I offered to make a death pact with her, a blood pact, that if one of us bought the Switch 2, we both would, and she ended up doing it, so I got it too. The second reason is that console prices are not going to go down at any point. They could only go up, and I know I will want to Switch 2 for other games in the future. Like, I really want to play Orbitals and maybe stream it with Joe, getting it now just seems like a smarter idea than waiting till later. Yeah, the line will go up. Yeah, it is a bit of an investment. Also, it's got a bigger screen to read my Atome at night, so... Have you seen the Alolan version of Executor, which is a huge palm tree, so it has like a 10-meter long neck? Not only have I seen that version, Hooli, when I saw that version in the game, when I tried to play that game, I decided that I didn't want to play this version of Pokemon, and it is what made me churn out of the mainline Pokemon series and not play a Pokemon game until right now. So the answer to that is a resounding yes. Say more? I think I said it all. Really? Alright, we're gonna make a pit stop. We got all our stuff. We're gonna make a pit stop at Withered Wasteland. Drop this off. How can you hate that goofy fella? Did you think it was disrespectful for the concept? I thought, for me, I was like, this is, the writing in that game was sauceless, and when it introduced like it's like in every generation they do one new thing that's like funny, haha, cool, and abandon all of the mechanics from before that might have been good. And when it turned out that was the mechanic, I was like, I don't really want to do that. I don't want to do that. I didn't want it. So I left. The funny thing is I heard it became even more sauceless in the Ultra re-release. Jesus. I dislike the regional variant concept. I'd rather they just make a new Pokemon, but I recognize when they have like 1,000 of them, making a new one gets a bit rough. Yeah, I think there's too many of them. They need like Pokemon deflation. Don't Google that. It's like when they make all the number, like the level, they had that. Well, shit. Dexit? What the fuck is Dexit? Mouse? I'm just... I'm doing my best to stream on cough syrup, okay? We're doing fine. We're doing a good job. Oh, Dexit is when they made it so you can't get every Pokemon in games. Oh, I see, I see. Fans hated it. I just won't call myself a fan of the franchise. I don't think I am one. Pokemon to me is like, I feel like if they release a non-mainline game like this one, excuse me, and it's good, I'm happy and excited to be playing it, but I just, I'm so sorry. I just don't have any expectations for the mainline series, and I encourage other people to adopt a similar stance. Here's what I think. Nintendo is really good at establishing like generational franchises that people really like and get attached to, like Mario, Pokemon, Zelda. Like this is their bread and butter, right? Like this is not an amazing thing to be saying, but the problem is then those are the things that they depend on for financial support, and it has to carry the rest of the things they're doing. And so what that means is there are certain things in like the mainline franchises that they won't touch or make interesting. They took a big risk with Breath of the Wild, but even in Breath of the Wild, it was still following a really standard structure for the Zelda games. And the same in the mainline Pokemon games. I think they're shooting themselves in the foot by being like, well, we have to stick to X, Y, and Z because this makes our money. Mouse is coughing because she's allergic to bad game design. Coughing because I'm dying. Yeah, like, I don't know. So that's my feeling. And so I'm like, if someone gets attached to a franchise from Nintendo, I'm like, that doesn't seem like a good idea. Unless it's not something that they make all their money from. I hope Pokopia makes them branch out more. I do too, because this game is like definitely a success, and I think it's the best thing they've done with their franchise in a while. At least based on the limited stuff I've been playing recently. They never made Z mainline. ZA was a Legends entry. I don't know the difference there, sorry. I'm imagining the mouse YTP of the stream where it's the same coughing sound effect every other word. No, I'm sorry. I know that listening to coughing is not pleasant, but I wanted to get back to streaming, and it's kind of par for the course for my life right now, so. I'm looking forward to Pokopia coming out, which is the exact same game, but you can make vehicles. Hey, that could go crazy. I wouldn't blame them. Pokemon hacker gasp. Come on, man. I'm just a little guy. Hello. Alright, so Drifloon has a very important purpose, which we will get to after we do the house and get the house up running. Which we should go to. Mouse's role-playing is her favorite poison Pokemon. I wonder what my favorite poison Pokemon would be if I looked at a list of them. Jesus. They're made with an insane turnaround time. Each release is incremental progress to an actually good game. Yeah. Does Drifloon help remove Pokemon from your village like it does on the decks? No, it takes us on a fun journey. Have you ever played any of the Pokemon clone games? I played Koromon a couple years back and it was a great time. I have not played any of the Pokemon clone games, actually. Gengar is poison? Okay, it's Gengar. Thank you, Allison. Alright. Start building the sand house. And that's gonna be done at 5 a.m. tomorrow. So that's all we're doing with the sand house. See you later. Hiya! Alright. Here we go. So let's go see Drifloon. And by let's go see Drifloon, I mean... let's do this. We're gonna go to a dream island. Okay. So, I want to go to the Pikachu Dream Island. Actually, we'll just go to whichever one. That's fine. It's the kidnapper Pokemon? Is that true? Oh, yeah. You said they take them out of their village. Let's go to whatever island it takes us to. And Dawn is correct. This is the cutest animation in the game that I've seen so far. It kidnaps children? Awesome. Look at this. Look at this thing. Press A. I was too late to press A. I'll press A on the way back. Here we are. Alright. We're gonna collect some cotton spores. Because the cotton spores are what we need to give to Hoppip. For the Hoppip habitat. There was a Logan Paul tweet where he pretends to be a Pokemon fan by talking about how Gengar is his favorite Pokemon, but the tweet was AI and factually incorrect. I do like Gengar. I remember... what's a Dream Island exactly? Oh yeah, sorry. So the Dream Islands are... you can visit one per day, and each of the dolls takes you to a different Dream Island from Drifloon. And basically this is exactly what was answered before, which is that these like these are like Proc Gen Islands, I think, that like spawn infinitely and differently, and they'll have like places for you to explore, and you can get resources if you run out of resources to farm on the main islands, essentially. Do the Pokemon have alternate abilities? The Pokemon do have different abilities, yeah. Have you seen Shiny Gengar? No, I have not. It's very funny. What did they do to my boy? You can also very rarely find a legendary Pokemon in the Dream Islands. I didn't know that. Thank you, Topi. Have you ever found it? It's a slightly desaturated Gengar. Oh, that's fucked up. I think I put a lot of time into Pokemon games when I was younger, but I think I only ever once caught a shiny Pokemon. I don't remember what it was, but I remember getting it and being flabbergasted because I had never gotten one. I wasn't trying. It took someone on Reddit 2 months of time skipping to get one. God. Jesus. I do not have the dedication for that. It doesn't matter what I dig up here. Okay. Shiny Pokemon are funny because some are an actual alternative color, but the others are like, hey, what if it was like a slight shade darker than a normal one? That's pretty silly. What if it was green? Wouldn't that be cool? What if we made it green? Blorp. That's right. Is this the Cycling Road music? I really like this music. Good choice for music for this. I stopped playing Pokemon, but I only caught one shiny on my own. That makes sense. Are you Kirby? A little bit, yeah, especially when I do that, right? Horrifying from the front, by the way. It is Gen 1 music, yeah. This is Route 2. Oh, okay. This is the second Junji Ito moment on the Dream Island. What are we doing? If you recognize this music, you might be a Kabuto. Hey! Yeah, this is Gen 1 music. It did not originate with Fire Red and Leaf Green. Although maybe this arrangement of it did. The arrangement is obviously different. The song has been a stim for my entire life. Okay. I'm kind of like doing laps where I run around the island on the outside and then go up. Everybody I'm sure does this differently, but for me it's running around the beach and then hopping onto the grass and then climbing the mountain. It's going around in circles is just kind of like soothing to me. I've never beaten Fire Red or Leaf Green. I'm playing it right now to beat it for the first time. Nice. Enjoy the Elite Four, presumably. Swirly tactic. Yeah, it is the snail tactic, isn't it? You're doing a golden ratio. Yep. So like the crazy thing right now is that we've been streaming for like an hour and a half and I haven't even touched like the main quest of the game. I've just been running around like doing whatever comes into my head. Like this game is very dangerous is what I'm telling you. If you like, it's not like Animal Crossing where you have like 5 minutes of doing that and like maybe an hour of stuff and then that's it. It's like you can come back to this island infinity times in a day and like pull down this entire tower and rebuild it somewhere else or like whatever. Like you can do many things. Oh, there's Ho-Oh. So Ho-Oh dropped a feather. We're gonna go get it. We're gonna take a break from our regularly scheduled golden ratio and go get the feather. The openness is cool. The finding HMs is a chore that makes progression feel stilted sometimes. Oh yeah, that makes sense. Breath of the Wild reference. Is it? I haven't played Breath of the Wild in so long. Did dragons drop stuff in there? I need to collect some of the chesto berries. I haven't been collecting them. I need them to make dyes for later. When I go hard in the paint with decorating. That's like an end game activity for me is going hard in the paint and decorating. Oh yeah, the Safari Zone HMs. Oh shit. What happens in the Pokemon anime? I see. Fan games have better HM stuff, but they're insane when it comes to Pokemon distribution and building a team. The thing is, for me, I care so little about like the actual Pokemon battles. Like, that's why this game is doing numbers for me, personal internal numbers, because like I don't want to fight Pokemon. I never got into like battling Pokemon with people. I'm the motherfucker that gets one Pokemon, levels them all the way up, and then uses all that Pokemon regardless of types. Right? Like I do if you've ever seen me do combat on this stream, it's that but Pokemon. So some of like the end game stuff in Pokemon is lost on me, but you give me some shit like this and I'm like, oh, let's go. I like using Pokemon I've never used before. Yeah, I'll use the new one like once and be like, oh, that's fun, and then it's over and it's cooked. She's a Team Plasma member. I could be. You don't have proof that I'm not. My favorite episode of the original Pokemon TV show was the one with Sabrina. Oh, we're getting frame drops. The one with Sabrina. That was awesome. I think she made Ash tiny and made him run around a dollhouse while she chased him. It went pretty crazy. That's a lot of people's favorite for other reasons. I don't remember anything but that. That episode was so scary for me. Yeah, for me too. That's probably why it's my favorite. I'm normal about cartoon characters, okay? Like, whatever happened to other people didn't happen to me. And I think that that's fine. Let's not say normal. I am like I am uninteresting, okay? When it comes to cartoon characters. I am boring when it comes to cartoon characters. You know what the craziest thing about me is? I had a crush on Robin Hood the Fox when I was a kid and did not become a furry. Like, if that didn't do it, I don't know what people are expecting. Alright? Sorry, August, yeah. Love stealing from the rich. Yeah. Now, did I maintain a crush on, like, the types of people who would steal from the rich and, like, do crimes? Absolutely. I got some habitat information. No cartoon characters, no Pokemon. Somehow Joseph Street Anderson has a more interesting sexuality. True in some ways, perhaps, but not all, I would say. But we don't talk about that on this stream. Peculiar pattern. A photo of patterned furniture. Try showing it to Pokemon with the paint specialty. Oh! Oh! Smeargle can learn designs. Oh, that's cool. Joe is interesting, but in a more boring way. I would agree, yeah. I would agree. Imagine a nun emo. God damn it. Whenever I think of the Robin Hood Fox, I dislike him for no reason, despite never seeing the show he's from. What? He's so charming. He's such a rascal. You can't fool me with that word trick. You didn't become a furry because you were one right from childhood. I'm literally not a childhood. Oh shit, I need to extend the Marvel race. Hold on. I'm not a... It just didn't happen. It just never happened that way. Okay, hold on. We gotta... As always, I can't find anything on the stream manager dashboard, so I'm going to have to type community rewards. Nope, not that one. Community challenge. Channel points. Community challenges. Extend. 30 days. Nope, something went wrong. 29 days. Okay, there we go. It's tough to be me. There you go. We're 5% of the way there. That's actually not bad, you know? Wait a minute, contributions are refunded every time the race ends? This is just like OpenAI giving trade partnerships to other tech companies. Is it just like that? Is it just like that? By the way, I'm gonna do a plug for Avarisi. Avarisi was streaming, doing Life is Strange highlights for Joe in anticipation of reunion next week. Not only is Avarisi like have an extremely calm and relaxing voice that is really nice to listen to before bed, also the highlights look like they're gonna slap, so keep an eye out for those. Avarisi. Okay, alright. Okay. The real cozy stream. Yeah, it was definitely legitimately unironically cozier than this. So yeah, check in next time for sure. If he does another one. If they do, I don't know your pronouns, sorry. If they do another one. Isn't it pronounced Avarisi? I don't fucking know. I never heard anyone say it out loud except Joe, and he said what I said. Maybe they can elucidate in chat. Why did I say elucidate? I sound like an asshole. Been playing too much Yeek. Oh hey! Wait a minute! I meant to do a stream announcement at the beginning of the stream. Oh shit. Oh, I messed up so bad. Okay, so Avarisi. Okay, yeah, I mean, like, listen, I'm not saying to rely on Joe for pronunciation. Anyway, I was gonna do a stream announcement at the beginning, but all of the fake fans have left, and only the real fans are here. So maybe it's better this way. Like Avarisi. Hey. Anyway. So we're going to be finishing Yeek IV this Friday. And for Yeek IV this Friday. Devin chat is upgrading to Devin stream. Andrew will be coming on voice chat to talk to me and Joe about Yeek. After we're done, not like while we're playing. So look forward to Devin. Yeah, Devin evolving. I'll put it in stream chat too, or stream announcements. I hope I can be away for that long. It'll be in the VOD, unless it goes catastrophically wrong, and then I'll pretend that it didn't record correctly. 2 devs, 1 week, all action. That's true. On Wednesday, we will be playing the Wide Open Sky is Full of Catfish, and the dev will be there for that, but not in the call. They just said that they'd drop by in the stream chat. So yeah, I feel so much pressure if I was a streamer in that situation. Here's the thing, I'm a streamer and a game dev, and Devin has been in chat and has been like really chill, so you know. At the end of Remember 11, we'll have Godot and Uchikoshi on, I think. Oh yeah, so after Yeek, which will be done this week, Joe and I will be taking a break from collab streams, and I will be we'll be doing Remember 11 starting in May, probably the beginning of May. So can I just put all my dolls down here? I'd like to just put all my dolls down here. So that's the T. Uchikoshi is the one who should be afraid. No, I love Uchikoshi. Kadaka would need to be afraid. Yeah, no, we're not having a Kadaka interview. Thank you, Corny German, for subbing with 4 months. With Smash or Pass with game devs? Sorry. Do you mean Smash or Pass on real-life game devs, some of whom I know? Or do you mean a collection of game devs doing Smash or Pass on something? Because those are 2 very different things. Let's pretend it's the second. They do call that RPF, yeah. I don't want to play Smash or Pass where I'm deciding about my friends. Whichever is more uncomfortable. I'm gonna have to say no then. I'm gonna have to say no to that. Alright. So what I really want to do is just get a bunch of bricks and put down brick borders in the other area. Not gonna lie. But that's not very exciting for stream. So we'll just go collect however many bricks are ready, and then we'll make a bunch of brick stuff and pop off. Smash or Pass on the abstract corporate entities that hold the rights to their games. That would be a lot of passes. That would be a lot of Smash or Pass about your enemies. I would have to reveal who my enemies are, which would leave me vulnerable, I'm afraid. What about Smash or Pass from Pokemon, but it's based on if you can find them from Rock Smash or not? I wouldn't know. Excuse me, streamer, would you characterize Uchikoshi as a girl failure? I would not. No, not Suda, sorry. Sweary is the girl failure of the what's the word? Of like the people that we know by name. I would say. I say Sweary is a girl failure. And I love that for him, frankly. Oh, Turs, yes, thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Arolfos. Thank you, Cough Syrup. The Good Life proves this. Yeah, I really want to get started on the video essay that I am meant to make about the Good Life. I don't think it's coming out till this summer, because I have to film everything and write the script, and then I will say, Joe, how do I edit a video? And he won't teach me to do it by his own insistence, but maybe he'll help. I love the cast form doll. Yeah, you can flip it around so it's sun or rain. How would he know? Wait, Mouse does video essays? No, I do not do video essays. However, the charity streams demanded that I would do a video essay as a reward, so I love Joe's videos, but the man doesn't know how to edit. All right, Avarisi is gonna help me with the. Thank you, Avarisi, for volunteering. Look, I'll even pronounce your name right. That's crazy. That's crazy that you said that. That's awesome. You have so many people in your friends list so you can edit, and you're picking the man who's editing is 90% match cuts. Ooh. I don't know enough about video editing to know what that means. Anyway, moving on. We need to clear out our inventory before we go to the next area. And also I need to make some more of the brick stuff. Oh shit, I figured out masking 3 years into social situations. Congratulations, Godot. Happy for you. That's a big moment for anyone. Oh, the oh god. That's really generous. That's really generous for making the brick stuff. Some of us are still working on the masking thing. Not me though, I'm different. Alright, let's go finally fill out the borders in Area 1. I cannot tell you how excited I am. I don't care how boring this is for stream. Making really easy to slot set Tetris pieces. Yep, yep. Man, these streams are hilarious. I wish the time zones are better matched. Sorry, Merrick. We have fun. Maybe not always this much fun. You're always a pleasure to have in the chat as well. Boring makes it cozier. Alright, that's a good point. Gotta leap into these things because I need all of the recipes for everything ever, and there's a lot of recipes, so sorry I keep jumping into the water at random. Okay, here we go. Alright. This is huge. This is huge. Look at this. Look at that. Look at that. Okay, we actually don't want one here because there's a little path here. Sorry, my bad. Leave this open to the path. Yeah, just belching the bricks out. Look at that. Oh my god. Look at that. PSA for Mouse, Smeargle, and Piplup have extra quests for important stuff. Yeah, I did all of their quests up until they wouldn't give me any more. So I think I have to advance the main story further before they'll give me more. Look at this. Delightful. They did it on purpose too, you know what I mean? Like they left all of this like undone so that you could come and do this exact thing. As soon as, and the diabolical thing is, this was locked behind Area 2, Environment Level 6, which is past where the main quest requires you to get it. So like, this is what I mean when I say you can get as deep into it as you want. It's like like they know. Yeah, they know. They fucking know. Oh, I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like the way it ends there. Shit. I'm carrying too much stuff. Alright. Maybe we end it here? This game is a delight like that, yeah. I think we end it there. That looks better. Alright. Now this side. People talk about dark patterns, but cozy games have some of the most sinister interlocking systems I've ever seen. Oh yeah. Absolutely, man. Shit. Hey, you have to pick those two up? Which two? Which two? What do I have to pick up? There's a staircase? Oh, goddamn. Shit. Not being able to get to the edges will throw me into a rage. Do they have any posts or markers you can put down to hide it? Like a post that would go right here? I could put like this, but that still won't get us to the edge. Like I can put one that's like one block here. I can't actually. Around the outside perimeter. Oh, like do a little extra design. Like do a... I could put a fence here. Could I put a fence here? I could stretch the fence out to here. Like we could do like a... How would we do this? Like we could do like a... Can we do that? Doesn't like that. I'm so happy with this stream. Thank you, Mouse. No problem, Paquetto. It won't do it mirrored though, I don't think. Maybe we should call Heisme for edge consultation. Shoulder buttons? No, it definitely just doesn't rotate it. Oh, it does. I'm just blind. Sorry. Okay. So we could do like... Oh, does it not like that? It doesn't like that. Oh, shit. Oh, fuck. Wait, it's because I didn't... Oh, shit. Okay. Alright. No. It goes crazy. Alright, we're having such a good time. So we could do like this. Would this satisfy people's emotions? Is that good? Can we do that? Are we happy with this? Still gotta fix the stairs. I already did the stairs. I took them off. What do you want me to do with the stairs? Yeah, it's the tiles from the gate ruining it. On the path branching off? You mean like... we would have to move the, we would have to move the fence if we did that. Can you lay down bricks to the side of the gate so it goes around it? That's a good question. Let's see. No. The entire gate is blocked off. The sand path is what Godot is referencing? You mean I have to replace the sand with these bricks? Is what you're saying? Mouse? Why are you saying mouse? I don't know what you mean. I don't know what I literally to the building on the left. The path to the house is blocked. Oh, I see. Behind you? Okay, thanks. Don't just say mouse question mark when I legitimately don't know what you mean. That's really frustrating. Twitch plays Pokopia for real. Mouse ... Chat ... I tried to explain it to you 3 times and I became despondent. You said the stairs when this was on screen. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. No other stairs existed to me at that moment. We got through it and that's okay. Chat, the streamers on cough syrup. You gotta be nicer. That's true. I've been on cough syrup for like 5 straight days. Behind you. Thank you, large primate. Alright. I think we're almost done. We still have up here to do. We won't do there. We do have one here. How do we go around corners? Is it with this? I think it's with this. Yes. No, there's stairs there. Okay, never mind. It's fine. Don't kill me. Don't kill me. Okay. We do need to put another wooden stair here too. Don't think I didn't notice that. I'm okay. I'm okay. We gotta sober you up. I need to stop being sick before I can sober up. It's not good. It's not good at all. Okay. What's your favorite Pokemon? Dragonair. Dragonair is my favorite Pokemon. What's your most hated Pokemon? The first answer I came up with was a League of Legends champion, if that tells you how my brain's working right now. My most hated Pokemon. I never really thought about hating a Pokemon. Surfetched? Interesting. Do you like Goodra and her babies? Goodra? I don't know who that is, sorry. The lore states Dragonair grows hands when it evolves in order to help others. I think that's grade A horseshit. You don't like a helpful Pokemon? You don't like Dragonair being helpful and just like a nice person? That's a problem for you? Do you like Mudkips? No, I was never a 4chan poster, I'm sorry. I don't like that it turns orange and gets hands. That's fair enough. You weren't? Nope, I have never posted on 4chan in my entire life. Did Mudkip start on 4chan? I think so, yeah. The first 2chan? Not on your life. Except for that cute, story that they made into a movie, Train Man? That was originally on 2chan. I guess you cyberbullied on different forums. I was a something awful poster. Alright. Yes, I'm no longer a something awful poster. I don't have, this drives me crazy by the way, I haven't repaired the roads here because I don't have this block. And I really want to repair them, but I can't. Probably you get it from like level 6 in another area. Were you there for the Danganronpa 1 days? I was, but I did not participate in any of that. I was on other parts of the forum. It had a lot of different places on it. So there was not like a unified population. I was there at the same time, but I never even heard about it. Reminder, Danganronpa V3 soon. That's true. We will be starting Danganronpa V3 on April 17th, which Anime Brother should be here for. And funny enough, it is the same week as his birthday. So yeah. Yep. We did that. So that'll be happening. Oh, I have a lot of room in here. Let's do a big resource dump in here. Not those though. Man, yeah, we'll keep some bricks. Pokemetal we can hold for now. I'm actually gonna put down these because we're mostly gonna use them for dyes. Twine we can use, and actually we should get more twine out. We'll get this out. We'll get this out. One has an anime brother, the other a weeaboo bill, so that's the recipe of success. Jelly, you're your own anime associate, I'm sorry. Don is right. Okay, alright. Let's do this here, this here. I'm just gonna do a furniture dump here. We can come back for it later. And I'm keeping my plant seeds. Okay. Alright. Is there anything out of here I want in the near future? I don't think so. Unfortunately, I wanted to make a big chest, but I left all of my Pokemetal in the third area, so Bah humbug. Okay. Now. Well, who's my weeb? Look in the mirror, friend. Oh yeah, I guess Lurf would count, right? Godot says, or someone said Lurf is not a Sonic. Lurf isn't. Dawn said Lurf isn't a weeb. Lurf is a Sonic fan, and I actually like manifested in my mind's eye the image of Pam saying they're the same picture. Jump, 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 jump. Lurf has a Nagito shelf? Is that true? Crazy if true, actually. Lurf did a live reading of Harley? Jesus Christ. Hello, Squirtle. What I need to do is so I did watch, and by watch I mean I got recommended it on YouTube, somehow. I did watch a video of someone making like an inventory area in their pallet town, with like a really cool design that I think I'm going to, at the very least, borrow, if not outright steal. So I'm very excited. I'm very excited to do that. If only I'd had time to do it before this stream, but I decided to stream Pokopia 2 hours before stream started, so, you know, sometimes it's like that. Just gonna make a little flower patch here. Pallets are for inventory management. That's true. What if I used my pallet town to make a perfect Umineko mansion? I wish I didn't have that thought. Okay, I'm erasing that thought from my brain. Anyway, do you know that I instinctively do these in checkerboard patterns because I want them to create new colors, and I have no idea if that actually happens? Alright. You can do the entire island, actually. You're right, it's on islands. Shit. Okay, alright, what are you locking in? Dandelions. Alright. I think the stuff on the right is all I need to make the Pokemon habitat. Nekomaru is a Danganronpa 2 reference? Oh shit. Alright. Let's set all this shit down over here. I've kept a space over here so that Hop-Up can be by the nice little house. Actually, we might need the flower stuff. Alright. Let's go get the other stuff then. The swallowing sound post-depositing items is quite unnerving. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh shit, we're past time for- alright. As soon as I get this other stuff, we'll take break, and then I will go to the third area in the next part of the stream, and we can see some main plot progression. I had enough clusters, like exactly enough clusters for everything. That's crazy. Check that out. I used to have a shelf for displaying my doll collection, but that went into storage when we rearranged my room along with my dolls, and my ADHD ass has yet to make space for it again. I should get a way to display my stuffed animals. I have a lot of plushies. What are we talking about? Did you or do you plan to watch the Danganronpa 3 anime? I read like a 20 paragraph wiki summary, so I think I'm caught up. I think I'm good. I don't know if I actually need all this, but I put it here anyway. Okay, that's gonna drive me crazy. So we're just gonna... There we go. Alright. Did Joe tell you what happened with his V3 preparation? No, he did not. How did you get so many cotton spores already? When I ran around that entire island earlier in the stream, I collected 50 of them. I had 15 already, and I got up to 74 just from that run around. He, for some unknown reason, watched the Danganronpa 3 anime and started stream with no sleep and a nosebleed. Jesus Christ. I get like 15 an island. I usually get 15 an island. That time I got really lucky. I've noticed that on my first save before I restarted, there were a couple where I got really lucky, and then mostly it was like 15 an island. So I think like sometimes it's just lucky. How do you get more Pokemon? You get more Pokemon by building certain habitats. And then certain Pokemon will come to certain habitats. So if I move Weepinbell off this habitat, there's a very rare Pokemon that will spawn there. I need to make more houses here. So you make habitats by like building things out of furniture, and also like grass, flowers, rocks, and then in like day and night, and then certain weathers they will appear. I can always borrow your island for 3D printer purposes. Yeah, that's fine. We should become friends. These fences need work. Yeah, the fences do need work. Maybe we can do some fences when we come back before progressing. But first, we're gonna take a break, and I'm gonna make some tea in the hopes that in the hopes that I don't completely suffer and die for the stream. So let me first. Okay, one second. Well, first, just checking to make sure nothing spawned up here. Okay. All right. Now we're gonna take a break. I will be back in like 10 minutes. Let's hope that tea helps. Yeah. Okay. We need walls and towers. We need to build a wall. Stop being parasocial with chatters. I'm sorry. All right. I will be right back. See you in a bit. Koru says, hello Koru, watching the anime is important for V3 because it'll make sure you hate the series if you didn't already, which is the ideal mindset for V3. I'm all set then. Alright. Onward and upward we go. I love Cubone. I think Cubone is so cute. You liked parts, let's be real. Oh yeah, I did like parts. I liked Nagito's thing and 2. That's it. Okay, how am I on inventory space? Alright, I have to drop off 2 more things. Who do you kin? I'm not making that sound. Especially not with a sore throat. It's so funny, you can collect all of these CDs without ever getting a player at this point. Oh, I didn't read my favorite note. Oh shit, I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to find it. I don't know where that is. Shit. No, it's not in photos. I don't remember where it is. It's probably in a magazine. Here it is. We all know that everyone's beloved music streaming services are being forced to shut down one by one due to the steep rise of server fees all over the world. While music lovers are still mourning the loss of these streaming services, it isn't all bad news in the world of music. It's our pleasure to share a little about a technological blast from the past, compact discs, or CDs. CDs are cool little gadgets used by our great-great-grandparents. There you go. That'll give you a sense of the of the timeline to listen to all their favorite music. Each CD can hold a little over 10 songs, making it easy to find a new favorite and listen to it over and over again. And that's not all. Each CD is a one-time purchase, which means that there's no need for a subscription fee no matter how many times you listen. Pokemart is working hard to create a solid lineup of CDs for music lovers to choose from. We hope to be the destination for all those who want music in their life now and forever. Japan is the only way to get racks of blank CDs and DVDs because the manufacturers have shut down in pretty much every other company, or every other country, which is why Sony is making more discs than anybody else at this point, because Sony owns one of the remaining disc manufacturers. And that's your trivia for the day. Sometimes there are little hints that Pokemon is a cyberpunk dystopia ruled by corporations. That's true. Oh yeah, I forgot about Silphco. That's a good point. I don't know what I'm doing in here. This isn't the way I wanted to go. Just lost in a cave. This is always happening to me. I went the wrong way. Okay, I'll get less lost if we go this way. It was during a conversation about preserving media due to inflated parts costs. Oh yeah, it's gonna be a whole thing, huh? Mouse, I have to ask, what's your favorite Mariah Carey song? Probably Heartbreaker. Heartbreaker, you got the best of me. That one. Someone is knocking on my door at 8 p.m., which is an interesting choice. I don't think I'm going down there. I am staying safe. $8 p.m. on a Sunday, yeah. Not feeling it. Not feeling it. My favorite Mariah Carey song is Goodbye to a World. Get out of my chat. Can't be saying stuff like that as lead mod. Alright, we're at Rocky Ridge, which has a bunch of volcanic ash everywhere. Hate to see it. It's a Wrap is also a good one. I don't know if I've heard It's a Wrap. I remember collecting volcano ash in Gen 3 to make flutes. Oh, I don't remember that. It's super overplayed, but I still love All I Want for Christmas. Yeah, I mean, of course, of course. There's Kate. He's behind the chat. I hope that's okay. Is Emotional Support Site ever coming back? Emotional Support Site will be one of the charity incentives. I said it before on here. It's awesome that Sekimea did this to you. Yep. Can you remind us when charity streams are, Mouse? Charity streams will be on April 11th and 12th. I will be streaming both days. Time TBD. I was invited to Gamers Outreach, the same charity as we did for Halloween, except they have an annual in-person big like LAN party. So I got invited to an in-person streaming event, which I will be going to. Yeah. So sick of you to paywall our twink. Hey, it's for the kids. It's for the kids. If I did it for the streamathon, that would be fucked up, but I did it for the kids. Will the charity incentive be the way Sekimea 2 gets its funding? I don't think that they're accepting charity. Is that also the cosplay stream? In theory, that will be the cosplay stream. I need to figure out the specifics of getting stuff there. The kids want to see that twink bullied. That's right. That's right. I'm just sorry. It was on the road. This is where we're at. Okay. I need to remember what we need to do here, so. Ask a Pokemon for information. Plant tall grass and wait for Pokemon to return. Okay, I'll plant tall grass and wait for Pokemon to return. We love the twink, don't we, folks? There being volcanic ash in Kanto is a bit worrying. It sure is everywhere, huh? Did you say which games are being streamed for charity yet? No. That is unannounced. I did say I will be doing a collab stream for the Saturday part, but I did not announce the details of that yet, because they're still being hashed out. Where did the people go? Looks at Pompeii. Pompeii, they were all like, there were a bunch of them. I went to a museum exhibit about it. A bunch of them got, like they were basically the ash shaped around them. Like when the volcano, like it was shaped around them. So they made casts of their bodies. Yeah, they're mummified. I went to an exhibit where they had a bunch of them on display. Yeah. It was really cool. The museum had a part of that exhibit in the upstairs area that was adult only, that was fascinating and actually inappropriate for these streams to a degree that I can't talk about it. But it was going into like, let's say the nightlife of Pompeii, which was really cool to read. I really like that. It's crazy how with death raining down around them, their first thought was to pose for content. Nothing's really changed. What pose would you do if your body was going to be discovered like thousands of years later, Koru? Yeah, they have lots of adult content preserved stuff, yeah. The Pompeii mummies sound equally horrifying and interesting. Yeah, they included like some that were found next to each other. You're gonna T-pose so they understand your model's default stance. That's like for aliens, we need to give them like a... Oh, they should update the, like the alien, what's it? They leave like things in space for aliens to discover. They should update it with like Blender models of humans. Cora would be crying. Bit of a messed up question. Yeah, but in what pose? Would you do 6-7? Like what it... Update it with Twitter? No! It's Score Bunny! I don't know about burning this place down. I think we might have already gone past that. Score Bunny is very cute. Sandbags. Seems like the starters from different generations are the first guys you find in each zone. Yeah, I think so. Damn. Alright, 2 sandbags and 4 grass. Let's find some sandbags. An artificial hot spring. The problem is when they import it into Alien Maya, the skeleton is 90 degrees from its correct orientation because they use Y up instead of Z up. I mean, I think it could still be fun though, right? It'd be like the scientists who tried to recreate stuff like based only on like incomplete skeletons in like the 1800s and came up with like the most horrifying looking giraffe known to man. Oh no, it was the lion that they brought back from Africa. And it was like the scariest fucking thing you've ever seen. Because the taxidermist didn't know how it was supposed to look alive. Yeah, the poor overstuffed bastard. That's right. He was so plump. Alright, we need some sandbags. I think there are some in here. There are some in here. There we go. How's the reset, mouse? The reset? What do you mean by the reset? Exactly. Oh, the reset because I deleted my old game. I'm way happier with it. Yeah, I'm way happier with this. I feel like I'm going at a pace that's much more pleasant for me. Sorry, I completely forgot what you meant. The great cultural reset now that the humans are all dead. It's better this way. It's better this way. Good afternoon, Ness. I hope you've been having a good day. I have, NX Nero. Thank you. I've had a very busy day. I had plans starting at noon, non-stop, except for like a 45-minute break until now. Like I was watching a movie with friends and then went straight into code names and then went straight into book club with a little bit of a break, and then now we're here. Addicted to the shindig. Yeah, Pokemon took over society. The lore is that there were so many natural disasters that the world could not support humans anymore, and so the humans started planning to evacuate the planet, but they knew that they couldn't take Pokemon with them, so they left a Pokemon conservation program behind. So it's Wall-E, but for Pokemon, is the lore. But it is unclear from what I've discovered so far whether they actually successfully left the planet or if it's just like GG, you know what I mean? Very cozy, yeah, very cozy. I ate 3 Italian ice today. That sounds awesome. I love Italian ice. I thought we didn't fuck with Disney on this channel. I mean, I've still seen it. I'm not gonna pretend I haven't seen some of it. Not all of it. Why did I say that in such an accent? I'm sorry. It's rural Pennsylvanian coming out while I'm sick. Holy shit. I didn't say I've never seen it. I love these channels of water you have to break to open. Yeah, this is the most satisfying part of the game to me, perhaps. Look at it. Look at it go. Look at it go. Down into these little sprinklers. Oh, that's right. It's interesting, regardless of how far into the future the Pokemon games get, they never seem to get any hyper-futuristic architecture. Yeah, that's a good point, actually. Didn't think about that. Wait, this game is just Animal Farm? What the fuck? A little bit, yeah. I like ruining the channels and seeing what an abomination of a flood it makes. That's evil. I can understand it though. I never unlocked sprinklers in my last run. We're approaching like basically the point I was at in my first run of Pokopia. Oh man. Please don't spoil that Mosslax wakes up and his nameplate says George Snorwell. Oh, that's a +2 for me. God damn it. Do you do evil playthroughs in the games, or are you goody 3 shoes? I'm one of those sad, tragic people who like feels way too bad doing an evil playthrough, and has to like feels like the call of only playing good guys, unfortunately. Too hairy. That's weird. You play an evil person in real life easily. Yeah, I guess it's my version of escapism. You know what I mean? I also can't do a villain playthrough for long without feeling bad. Yeah, I just start feeling bad about it. I wish I wasn't like that. But, unfortunately. I like these flowers. These are tiny coated flowers. I blame Catholic guilt for this specifically. It totally could be Catholic guilt, right? I don't know what it is. Oh, I need to eat a carrot. I've eaten a carrot. Did I deposit my carrots somewhere? That was stupid. I don't know. Oh, I forgot to put the flower backpack down. That's why it didn't. Okay, we gotta go back. We gotta go back. We need to go back. I gotta blow my nose, sorry. Oh god. That was a really distressing one. Sorry about that. Jesus. I hate being sick. This is somehow my first time experiencing the kind of sick where after you get better, you just have a cough forever. I really wish I was not having that happen. Magic, I'm afraid this is very much not that kind of stream. We're not gonna let the Pokemon Smash or Pass thing move the stream over Tin Window. I won't allow that. Hiya! Mega Geeko says it really depends on how the gamer responds to the evil actions. I stopped caring about morality in Bethesda games because, for instance, it stopped feeling like the choices mattered to the characters. Their response never triggers and I shouldn't have done this feeling for me. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah. Playing like Fable or something, I can't be evil. It upsets me. I had that around the time Live remake came out. No clue what it was, but I lost my voice when I was teaching, and after the sickness passed, it took 2 weeks for it to come back. Oh, that sucks. Dating a Ditto just because it can be something else would be very shallow and unfair to the Ditto. You know what, Boulder? That's true. What do we get? Rope. Okay. Alright. We're training. I think you reached the evil breaking point where you stop feeling bad and it's funny now. When we stream The Sims on Thursday, we can be a little evil as a treat. Alright, I'll scoop up some stone. I'm pretty sure I already scooped up all the stone around here, actually. Whatever. don't have all this stuff. Okay. You know what? Oh, I see. There's one in there. Balloons. Any more stone? Any more stone anywhere? There's some stone. If you aren't performing evil deeds to your Sims, are you truly playing as intended? I don't think so, you know. Are you going to trap your Sims in a large pit and or unending labyrinth? No, I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna put my Sims in a tiny room with a swimming pool, no windows and no doors. What am I, an amateur? Yeah, the ladderless pool, exactly. Are you gonna make as The Sims? I don't know. We'll think about that. Which Sims game are you playing? Sims 2000, the OG. I love this. He says a lot of blood, sweat, and tears went into building my... And that's it. You've learned strength. Imagine playing Sims, but you just go to work to get money to spend on your house. I know, right? I love pushing these naturally arranged, perfectly round rocks. I love perfectly round rocks. Here we go. Wow. Wow. Which game introduced a different type of ghosts depending on how Sims died? Oh, I'm not sure. There was a challenge to try and collect all the type of ghosts, like the most morbid homemade Pokemon? I don't remember that at all. That's crazy, I don't remember that. Did you know that before the Sims 2000 development started, Will Wright has a job as a social worker? Alright, here we go, using strength. Oh shit. There's holes in the ground there. Is Peter Molyneux's Milo a cozy game? Milo? I've never heard of that actually. He's such a funny little guy. Here we go. The Pokemon Center. Do you have a favorite Pokemon? Dragonair! Now time for the real debate hours. Is Sims 2 or Sims 3 the better game with all DLC? Sims 2, I think. I think the longer it goes on, the worse it gets. I assume you'll save your thoughts on shitification of The Sims? Nope, I didn't. And the recently launched Sims 4 Marketplace for the actual stream? Yeah. I don't know anything about the franchise now. It's just that, and that's why I'm not playing one of the later Sims games. It's just that the franchise was so foundational that it's bad to leave it out of Cozy Month, especially after our friend Ian. He faked a CG kid reacting to the player to pretend it was real life. That's awesome. Exclamation point, favorite Pokemon. Yeah, should have done it before the stream. This was decided like 2 hours before the stream when I was still feeling really bad, and my voice was like this, and I was like, well, I should have gotten to. All right, let's see, what do we got here? We're only environment level 1, so oh, we can get a stool. Are you healed now? No, because this is just what I would have been doing off stream, but I am feeling a lot better than I would be if I were trying to play Animal Crossing for the GameCube right now. I think we can safely say that. Did you hear the new mainline Dragon Quest has a Google Gemini AI chatbot slime in your party? No, you're making that up. Yeah, the Tangrowth is the professor because it was the professor's Pokemon, and we are the Pokemon trainer because we were the Pokemon trainer's Pokemon. It's cute. It's cute. It is true. The Japan only MMO. Sorry. Where is it? It's in here somewhere. Oh, it's in here. I'm glad to hear you're optimistic on the future of AI in gaming. I am overall, yeah, I am. Just, it still does psychic damage to hear some of the things that people are up to. The slime is wearing a Google Colors gradient hoodie. Jesus Christ. If it wasn't a perfect example of how decrepit the tech economy has become, it'd be very funny. Yeah. Alright, we're gonna slice through the chain. Here we go. Slicing. We're slicing. Uh-oh. Do you think the Poke population are all collectively pissed at whichever 10-year-old failed to save the world, resulting in this game? None of them know. They all hit their heads and got amnesia. We'll never break the chain. What would you do if a Pokemon agreed with you? It'd be friends. I'd be friends with a Pokemon. As long as it's not one of the ones I would eat. Which is most of them? It's not most of them, maybe like a third of them. Which Pokemon professor would be the most fun to hang out with? Boulder, I cannot name a Pokemon professor except for Professor Oak. So I guess we'll go with Professor Oak because I cannot name a second one. You did if wonder what Carol J. Adams would have to say about you moving from Smash or Pass to Dine or Dash. Probably a lot. Yeah, probably a lot. Maybe I missed it when I was eating, but what at GDC made you more optimistic about AI and gaming? I'll put the controller down and say it again. So basically, when I was at GDC, so posting online, a lot of people, for like, I mean, I can understand why, but a lot of people are very militant and aggressive and doomer about AI stuff. They are not willing to consider, I don't think people need to consider the benefits of AI, but they're not realistic about it a lot of the time. Like, and I think that kind of inevitability slop, okay, like the narrative that the tech companies are trying to sell is that AI is inevitable, so we all need to get used to it. And I think that like the doomerism is like the inverse of that, where it is also perpetuating this idea that AI will be inevitable and pervasive. And I think that what happened at GDC was there was a lot of AI stuff there, but the other thing that was there was a lot of like really smart and competent and talented people who I know who are creative workers, like not just like programmers, like or business planners like me, like people who are writers and artists, and their feeling was like, we don't need to succumb to that, and a lot of the time if you talk that way, you are doing yourself and the people around you a disservice. What we need to do is think about it as a technology that is like, it's like any other technology. I mean, it's not, because of the specifics of it. It's affecting the labor market in new ways, and the demands it has on the world are different, but like it is a technology that has limitations, and you can think about it realistically without spiraling out of control, and bringing down everyone around you. And so that, you know, like we do have a rubber band pattern with a lot of stuff in creative industries where a new technology will get introduced. It will get introduced very unethically. People will be fired because of it, and then the market normalizes, especially as prices around the thing settle, and then we all figure out how it actually figures into the industry, and then we move on, right? And so sort of just like buying the idea that it's inevitable and going to be around and pervasive forever, like does none of us a service, right? And so I got to be around people who were a lot more realistic about it, people who were like, you know, like there are things that human writers can do that Gen AI can never do, and there are people out there who will always value that kind of thing, right? Instead of I even in Mousecord, I get pretty there are people who post about AI on Mousecord that make me pretty upset with the way that they're spreading negativity. And Mousecord is about the most reasonable place I post online. And so in comparison, the rest of the internet is a trash fire. So having that kind of balanced conversation about it felt a lot better because it was more realistic. Dominic says, I think from now on, I'm going to start pretending like I don't know what AI is. You shouldn't do that, because then people will explain it to you. Yeah. Anyway, I hope that explains it. I'll double down. Just keep going. Like, I don't know what AI is. Well, it's this thing. Well, I don't know what an algorithm is. Well, it's this thing. Well, I don't know what a number is. All right, we're gonna make a cutting board and make some salad. What is language? Yeah. What is a computer? Yes, we all agree DLSS 5 sucks. Yeah. What the fuck is a Labubu? How is Labubu gonna come into this? Grass, tree, boulder. Got it. Understood. Mission accepted. Jelly says I could probably stand to be a lot less negative about AI than I am. My stream policy is this is not a conversation, next topic. But I also don't want to invite conversation about a technology that directly harms me and that I don't understand enough to hold a meaningful discussion about. Yeah, I think that's fair. Like, I don't think anybody is bound to like want to have conversation about it. I think like refusing to engage with it is the second best thing, and spreading like really negative vibes about it is the worst thing you can do, because I don't think it's good to make people feel hopeless, like as a political gesture in any context. And like a lot of people, I spent a lot of time doing that on Twitter, especially. Like, I fell into that trap, and I really regret it, because I think that so like, I know there's a joke that people get conservative as they get older. I did not get more conservative. I probably actually swung further to the left, but I got more empathetic, and started to see how a lot of those negative patterns of conversation, especially as time went on, they got like kind of cartoonishly bad. And so for me, I try at least to be more measured in conversations, even if I'm feeling really bad about it. And if I'm feeling really bad about it and I can't be measured, I just try to step out and do something that makes me feel better. The onism man is everywhere. God, you're so right. The hopelessness is what people pushing it want, because it stops people from doing what they can. Yeah, exactly, right? That's what, like with the inevitability thing, it's like that. If you buy into that, then, you know, what's the point? I actually just went I just want like a path here, but I'm not getting that, so. I got more left as I got older and more green. Physically, I got greener. Oh, that's exciting. Congratulations. I'll be very happy if I suddenly turned green, like wicked coated, you know what I mean? If we all believe in Beatrice's inevitable AI, she'll certainly exist. I think that character.ai has probably already made that happen several thousand times. Glorp? Yeah, Glorp. Alright, we gotta find a tree that we can push a boulder next to, which I think is conveniently set up here. The woke left is turning people green. They're turning the frogs gay and the people green. When will they stop? Well, then what am I supposed to be a doomer about? I feel like you can find something to recreationally be a doomer about that is, like, funnier. There's gotta be a funny option for doomerism, right? Music taste? Okay. Would Beatrice use AI? That's a disco option? A little bit, yeah. You have fucking Machoke just man standing in the middle of a bean patch? Is he okay? Sorry, that was the wheat. Beatrice does not know what a computer is? Yeah, that's true. More hypothetically speaking. Be a doomer about things that have been lost rather than will be lost. That way you'll only be sad in retrospect rather than in preparation. Yeah, I think that's a good guideline, yeah. You can just have a completely unjustified, unshakable belief that you'll die in your 20s like a normal young person. Oh my god, Koru. Every time someone says some shit like, I didn't think I'd live this long, I'm like, come on, bro. Don't do it. Don't say it. What do you think about stuff like clogged drainage channels, incomplete staircases, pathways with broken blocks? They design these spaces to feel broken, so you have a clear aesthetic goals of restoring them, and it gives you ideas for architecture and design, how to build them out later if you want. I think this is another example of the game appealing to different kinds of players, because for me, if I'm given... there's a reason that I haven't touched Pallet Town, and I want to have like a laid out idea of what I want to do with it. Before I do anything there. I really struggle when given a blank canvas. I think having these suggestions here is like a really good thing for gamers like me, because then I could be like, oh boy, I can't wait to put all of the railroad tracks down on the conspicuously different from the other parts of the ground blocks, you know what I mean? There's something satisfying about it, which I think is like what scratches a lot of cozy gamer itches. I think it's good to have this. I don't think that every kind of gamer likes to have it, and I think that some of them will get cranky about it, but I think this game had the goal of like offering a quality of life to like a whole bunch of different kinds of people, and it did a really good job with it. Are you enjoying this game so far? Until now I haven't looked into this game beyond hearing buzz, and I didn't realize it's Pokemon Fallout Shelter. I'm really enjoying this game. I think this game is really well done. I've put a lot of hours into this game, like not a ton, but like at least 20 at this point, and I really like it. So if this game was all Pallet Town, I'd be out, not gonna lie. Yeah, exactly. It's why I end up doing like more structured Minecraft mod packs instead of just like empty Minecraft map, because I really suffer in that. Are you actually a Ditto? I am a Ditto. Yeah. It's very cool to see Pokemon do something innovative. Yeah, I agree. Decorating is exhausting, yeah. There's a part we might get to tonight that I have some trivia about that I will be delighted to share with people. I'm not sure we'll get down there, but if we do, it'll be fun. You want to discuss aesthetics and the pursuit of beauty with me, right? Nope, nope, not that. I'm telling you, new Pokemon Snap will blow your mind. You just take photos. It's crazy. I would love Pokemon Snap, yeah. I should be like, you're right, it's all downhill from here and your life will never be as good as it is now. Start doing real damage. We can't be doing that. We can't be doing that. Yeah, I can make you a perch. Let's do it. Torchic didn't appreciate the perch, so somebody has to. New Pokemon Snap is such a funny game because it was heavily requested for years by people who would not play it, so it sold fine relative to demand. That's funny. I think I did play it, didn't I? Didn't I have it in my... When did it come out? Because wasn't it in my list of virtual cards that we just went through? Or am I imagining that? Like 3 years ago? I think I did play it, but I probably didn't go very far into it, yeah. Alright. I'm watching them. It feels like a heavily requested games which are sequels or remakes from people's nostalgia but refuse to play when a new entry comes out because it doesn't look exactly like the nostalgia picture they have of the original. Yeah, I agree. So like there's two kinds of nostalgia people. One are the people who actually remember the game that they played and others who made up a game in their head and think it's the game that they played. And then both of those people are dissatisfied by a remake because the ones who remember it want it to be the same and the ones who don't remember it are imagining a game that doesn't exist. Obviously there are people who actually were happy with it too. Those people exist, but yeah. I do have lumber. Let's not undersell Metroid Prime 4 being underwhelming. That's what I was told, yeah, by my friend who really likes it. Excuse me. Sorry. Pokemon Snap would be the perfect mobile game. Yeah, maybe. I do like the big wide sweeping shots though and looking around on the camera. Yay, Score Bunny will help me with my cooking. Okay, I have leaves. The Joseph Anderson TGA streams will fix this. The Great Ace Attorney is like very charming. I only played it like a year ago, so I can say this for sure. Alright, we're making salad. I touched palette until later, and I didn't touch palette till later, and I realized there's so many good items locked behind it, but I didn't commit because I want to finish the game before I start cooking up something. I think that's fair, yeah.